not getting the turkey you wanted. I really hope they had the turkey you wanted.
I don't have to cook. I'm traveling. I will not be cooking. It almost bothers me. We're having conversation. We're just rolling into a
Mm.
conversation we're having off the air here, but
Oh
like
my God, dude.
I'm going elsewhere for every meal for Thanksgiving, so I won't cook a thing, which actually I don't like. So Steelers and Chargers though has
Yeah.
been entertaining.
It's much better football than the rest of the genocide that was week 13 of week 11 of the NFL to this
How are
point.
you? How are you feeling about your 4.5?
A little spooked actually. Ben Roethlisberger looks slightly more lively with a week of rest than he has looked to this point in the season. Some of his deep balls have been a little frisky. Deontay Johnson, of course. I'm not sure if you know this, but he worked on the big dropsies issue that he had last year.
He's been great this year. One drop, I think.
No, only one drop so far this season, and he's making tough catches out there, Andy. And that's frustrating me because Asante Samuel Jr. is getting burned left and right at this point. The small margin I have on my cover is not making me feel especially great. It looks like the Chargers open up as 1.5-point favorites in the second half. Interesting. That's surprising. I guess they get the ball first. That's playing into that number slightly. Would you believe, Andy? Would you believe that there were
6 red zone opportunities in the first half?
yeah,
Is that what you're going to say?
on 6 drives?
Yeah, I think this total might get bet up.
There
I
were
think
6 red
points got
zone
left on the
chances on
field.
6 drives.
Yes.
There was only 6 drives, and they have 27 points so far.
Both teams highly efficient on third down. 4 for 6, 4 for 5. Obviously, the 1 4th down didn't go so hot for the Steelers.
That was
So,
an
I mean,
embarrassingly bad play call, though, so they deserved it.
really, all of it was. And it's odd. Like, what do we got? 240 total yards already for the Chargers. That's nice. 174 for the Steelers. 15. Yeah, we're about, and we're about on pace. That comes out to about 27.5 points. Obviously, the Steelers left some on the field there by not. Honestly, I thought they'd just kick a field goal just because it's the Steelers. I was surprised they went for it. And then, that play call was horrid. Quite a few penalties. There was 10 penalties in the first half. Penalties are kind of ticklish depending on how you think they actually affect the game flow. It really depends. Although if we're going to see some underthrows by Big Ben, maybe we get a nice long penalty from the Steelers as far as a pass interference goes. I tend to lean towards an over just because these offenses aren't getting a ton of resistance from the defense right now. What would you just go? What was that deep gasp there?
I will tell you off air.
Oh. Jeez. Crazy stuff happening off air. All right. Well, what do you think of the call? Now I want to end this. Oh, what happened?
I will tell you off air.
Oh, you dirty dog.
I don't want to make enemies out of certain books out there, but there may have been an account that was doing a little too well that they may have just turned the limits on, and I'm not happy about it.
Oh. The wife had been saying she wanted an account there for Christmas. It's 2 birds, 1 stone with that. So,
she's gonna get one.
Yeah, do you have an opinion on this? The under's getting a little steam here. Is there
that's surprising. That's surprising because this has been one-way offense so far. Honestly, even 27 points, as you mentioned. You're right. Points per yards we're in the right ballpark, but
neighborhood. Yeah,
this could be 17-17. And I wouldn't be surprised. That was that 1 4th down swung this from being a 34 point game at this point. fairly officiated. Chargers getting a little bit of an aggressive whistle at times, I think, but not enough that I think it's affecting things. In general, the Steelers continuing to run the ball seems like a mistake. For whatever it's worth, the issues that the Chargers have had defending the run in terms of run fit look like they're slowly getting the better of that. And the main advantages that the Steelers have to this point in the game have been through the air, which honestly I think spells the second half over, because if the Chargers come out and score and really put the Steelers behind the eight ball to be aggressive and force the Steelers to pass, I think the Steelers will have success. What do you think? Am I crazy?
No, they've had success on the outside already.
Oh,
they're getting separation. Oh God, stop it! Stop that right now. Oh my God, you have more outs. Oh, just the worst when you're angry. If you had to pick one of these, if you looking at these team totals, I don't know if I want to buck the market on this. Although it's starting to go the other way a little. Some over money is coming in. It's pretty much just sitting there. There's a 23 out there. God, if it's 23, I'm going to go bet that. Okay.
23?
Yeah.
To the over? That's an overplay. That's an over. 23 gets us, so we're basically playing a pregame 50. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I go down with that ship.
Second half over 23. Where did you see that? Out of curiosity.
Someone says, over at Dave Mason's shop, says Kevin Clunan. I'll have to take a look. I don't have enough. I hate opening a trillion tabs when we're live on here, because sometimes that's what slows me up, and then I turn into gobbledygook and my picture goes to shit. Takeaways from Herbert running the ball this much, does that worry you at all? He seems pretty quick to slide.
Yeah, I like in a good way. In a good way. Yeah, no. I 100% agree with that. Yeah. I think Herbert has a good feel for how to execute offense against this defense, and the Chargers have had 3 drives. Those drives resulted in a touchdown, and a field goal. And the field goal was really because of time more than.
They got a little rushed at the end.
Yeah. They could have gotten 3 touchdowns in three possessions. I mean, the Steelers are trying hard to get pressure. They can't do it. The Chargers are calling. I want to give them credit. I want to give them an attaboy for some slightly more aggressive stuff on first and second down. Am I being too optimistic here? Am I wearing my bolt colored glasses?
There was a second and long run I didn't care for, but like the first play they had the ball was a pass, but it would just turn into some of these runs on first and second down are pass plays that have turned into Herbert scrambles. So I don't mind that. I don't consider that you ran on second and long, that's bad. No, you couldn't find an open receiver. You turned a throwaway or a sack into positive yardage. I don't mind that at all. I like what Herbert's done with his legs so far. I like where he's been looking for Williams. I'm trying to who has most targets right now. Feels like it's been spread around quite a bit.
Top target on the San Diego offense has been Austin Eckler. 5 targets for Eckler.
5 targets, yeah. Keenan Allen 4, caught them all. But yeah, Mike Williams a few times getting him involved. Guyton Parham.
Not interested in the Guyton targets. Parham with a brutal drop, but he made up for it. His second catch was pretty cool. Did. Yeah.
Georgia
I think we found the right
Trey
over.
McKitty.
I think we found the right over. I think we found the right angle. That is.
Even 23 and a half, 24.
Chargers to get this by them damn selves. Let's fucking go.
I really do think like a Chargers team total too, especially.
What's the number on that one?
It's
not that I can bet it. I'm just curious.
See what they do with this, and the one where I'm looking, they just put both of them at 10.5, and make the Chargers minus 155 to the over. So a 12, probably a 12, 12 and a half, if you can find a normal number somewhere. Maybe like Bovada has that. But yeah, it does feel like the Steelers defense is very toothless without TJ Watt. He is, as much as it pains us to say nice things about other players in the defensive player of the year, candidacy in the race, he makes a big difference when he's out there. He causes problems for wherever he lines up. You can have, and that's the thing about the because he can line up on both sides if he wants. Like for sure, you can move him around a little, and you have a and especially if he's going to take up the good side of the offensive line, you could probably be getting a little more havoc and chaos from the bad side, because you'd have to be, taking a tight end to chip him, using a running back to help block him. Because this offensive line for the Chargers, it definitely has a good side, bad side kind of vibe to it, where they're very strong on one end and not so much on the other. And you can see exactly that's how they run the ball as well. So I'm fine with the Chargers team total too. I think they play well in the second half. I think you cash your 4.5. I think people who bet them late are probably rewarded too. And I really, I think for the sake of this, we probably need 7. But you need 7 to 10 out of the Steelers here, and not so much just because of the math and adding up to 24 or more. It's also like keeping the Chargers on it, or not keeping them honest. That's the wrong phrase. Keeping them aggressive on offense, keeping them wanting to foot on the gas and go down and score to keep the Steelers at arm's length. You can move to 6-4 here. Big gridlock up at the 6-win. We talked about this a little on the earlier podcast as far as the what is the AFC playoff picture. It's going to be a mess. Over under 1.5 games LeBron suspended. Feels like an under. I think they'll give him a game.
Under.
Give him a game. Give Isaiah 3.
The fact that it's happening so close to the anniversary of the Malice in the Palace and it was in Detroit,
that was pretty
didn't
wild.
help. But yeah, probably just a 1-game suspension. I mean, did you see what Jokic did? Jokic only got a game. That's the way.
That's fair. That was way more egregious.
I thought
more
that
awesome.
was worse. Yeah.
People who complain about the NBA, the product not being as tough, or the defense they can't play, and the hand checking and the physicality doesn't exist. I think we should at least bring back fighting a little. Hockey lets you fight. Like, why can't they just throw a few punches? Most NBA fights are pretty bad. Like it ends up just being a pushing match. I know Stewart getting more would be absurd, but I feel like he's going to. Weird shit happens at the Palace. Weird shit happens when you go to Detroit. Detroit's a unique city. I've never had a bad time there, but
yeah, okay. I guess going back to this kind of football game and the importance of this game, the overall. I mean, as weird as it is, we had low expectations for this game heading into the week. I'll be honest. I was like, Chargers, yeah.
I think
Steelers.
We made fun of it a little.
Yeah, we were like, oh, what a great primetime game. It's been more entertaining than every other game on the NFL slate aside from Green Bay.
Aside from the Vikings game, yeah.
And it actually kind of matters a lot now. This is a super high leverage game in terms of the overall landscape for the playoff in the AFC.
Making fun of the Malice and the Palace fight. Something in the water up there. Connor.
I wonder what it could be.
But it's like mercury, I think.
Lead? I think it's lead.
It's heavy metal.
Some heavy metal. Terrible shit. Terrible shit.
Here's a good thing. Yeah, the next Lakers game is Knicks Lakers national television. Maybe they deliberate a little on that.
Yeah, maybe there's an appeal on the LeBron suspension. Wait, who does LeBron play after the Knicks? It's another big game, isn't it? Or is it Knicks?
Yeah, they kind of got to figure out when they're going to suspend him
back to back, right?
Yeah, maybe the suspension is like it's a stayed. Maybe he's just on double secret probation.
What's your take on the Lakers? Just out of curiosity, because it's overtime now.
Basketball.
I mean, you got to read on you got to read on the NBA. You were telling me that the Bulls were this fucking dynamo coming into the season, and look at them now, 11-5.
I'm Team Bulls.
Losing.
Are they going to win tonight?
No, they're losing.
Are they going to win?
I would love to bet them live, but I can't tell you that I can bet them live anywhere.
Oh, you have more than one book. You just stop. You honestly need to stop your belly aching. That's what my pappy would say. I've never called him my pappy in my life once. I need to watch Maverick, I guess, again. Yeah, and C Forest 217 kind of hit it. They built a horrific roster. They have some Hall of Famers. Yeah. Probably have in the long run, is Anthony Davis a Hall of Famer if he plays another 5-6 years at a decent level? And maybe
he's probably
borderline either way.
Andy?
Russ and AD. So you
Andy,
got three,
Andy,
2.5 Hall of Famers.
Hold up. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. The NBA puts anyone in the Hall of Fame.
That's true. I mean, did you see that? They couldn't even make a top 75. They put 76 players.
Dan's got it right. 75. He's a Hall of Famer already. Yeah.
It kind of makes you think, if you don't own a low serial numbered AD NBA Top Shot moment, maybe you should go look in that market.
Look.
Yeah, I have one I'm trying to sell.
Ooh, interesting.
I don't want to play around with NBA
Andy,
Top Shot anymore.
What is going on with the Top Shot?
Oh, they have 4 Hall of Famers.
What's going on with the Top Shot world?
It's just boring to me now. I don't know. I don't get into it.
Who are the 4? They probably have 5, realistically. Carmelo and Dwight Howard probably both getting the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I forgot about Melo now, too.
They got Melo, Dwight, LeBron, Russ, and Anthony Davis. They got 5 Hall of Famers.
Who's their coach?
That clown, Frank Vogel.
He's a Hall of Famer too.
Is he?
Eventually.
No,
I don't know.
He did win a championship. Usually if you're coaching, you get a championship. They put you in the Hall of Fame.
JaVale McGee. Yeah, JaVale McGee. Is he on the team?
No.
Okay.
They've moved JaVale McGee on.
Melo in the Hall of Fame, though. If you throw Olympic results in there, pretty good Olympian. And Rondo.
JaVale is a Phoenix Sun now.
Okay.
Phoenix Suns just hanging it on the Nuggets. For what it was worth, that live total was up to 231.5
in one game
at certain places. The Suns Nuggets game.
Yeah, I don't.
It was quite high.
Even know.
Yeah.
Is that game still happening? Oh, and we got a deep one to Keenan Allen.
Oh, did he catch it?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, Justin Herbert's middle-ish, deepish ball is
good.
So fucking pure. So fucking pure. I love it. Love this guy. Love him. Score touchdown.
Here's a good trivia question. There are only 3 Lakers on the team that are left over from last season. LeBron and AD are 1 and 2, of course.
Taylor Horton Tucker, who is the best Laker.
Bill Andrews had it before you. I gotta give Bill Andrews credit. I didn't know. I couldn't have told you what THT stood for. I thought it was.
Dude, Taylor Horton Tucker might be the best Laker. Probably is the best Laker.
That's a good trivia question.
That is a great trivia question, actually. Are those really the only 3 guys? I guess technically Avery Bradley was on the Lakers. He was not at the end of the year because of the COVID stuff. Or wait, did he sit out the whole year?
I think
he set out the bubble. He might have set out the whole year.
Andy not knowing what THT means. THT! Yeah, I mean, does he start? Probably not, right?
It's a tough call, man.
Where did he go to college?
Who?
THT?
This is the THT.
Oh, God.
Dynamite. He's dynamite, man. He actually did not have a very good game. He was plus 13, but he was 4 of 13 from the field tonight.
He was a Cyclone.
Iowa State Cyclones. Yes, he was a Cyclone.
Ames. Hell of a town.
He is the best of this group, I will say.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if Kelly's watching. He does love AC/DC.
He loves TNT.
Hoy.
THT, excuse me. THT. He's a Taylor Horton Tucker guy.
Hey, speaking of people scoring a lot of touchdowns in one game.
Is it Eckler? Eckler with number 3? Yes!
Watch your ass, Jonathan Taylor.
Yes!
Eckler's coming for you. I wonder if that somebody with better skills. Like, have there ever been 2 men who have scored 5 touchdowns in the same day, non-passing?
Never.
That can't be a thing.
Never happened. It's never happened.
I feel like it's a never. So I'm cheering for it.
Never
2 more Eckler.
It has never happened.
Connor says he owns a THT. I might go buy a THT Top Shot.
I'm playing our guy. I'm playing your guy Noops in fantasy right now. He's beating me, but I have Eckler. So sorry, Noops. The next 2 touchdowns is going to really put this one away because I think he's done for the night. Is he?
And this brings up an interesting point in the MVP markets. Eckler making an appearance. I got a trivia question for you too. So obviously, I think a lot of people saw it in just kind of a weird stat, thing. Jonathan Taylor was actually tied with Derrick Henry before the week started for the most yards. He landed right on number. Obviously, took over the yardage leadership for rushing yards in the NFL. 5 touchdowns. Also took over the most touchdowns scored in the NFL this year. Who was he behind? Who did he leapfrog today to become the touchdown scoring leader? Anyone in the chat, by all means. I don't think Drew's going to get this because I blew my mind.
Cooper Kupp.
No, that would have been guess number 1.
Not Travis Henry. I mean Derrick Henry. Excuse me.
Jesus,
Derrick
stop
Henry.
doing that to it.
Is it James Conner? Are the people guessing right?
Yeah, it's James Conner.
James Conner?
Yeah. That's a thing.
Wow. Well, Andy, if the playoffs started today, the Arizona Cardinals would be the what seed?
9.
The Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, I thought we were doing something else. 2?
The 1 seed. Your 1 seed, Arizona Cardinals, if the playoffs started today.
Cool.
Unbelievable.
I believe you. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. I've got to fit a whole week of stuff into like 2 or 3 days next week. Did they miss the extra point?
No, did they?
Oh, okay. No, somebody just brought it up. How many extra points and kicks today? Kevin, you had me scared that it happened in this one because I wasn't paying attention. So, all right. Well, you guys.
That would be meaningful at the 23. I would be bummed.
It kind of would be.
I would be bummed.
Scared the S out of me there. So thanks for hanging. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Okay.
For another halftime, and we'll catch you. Remember, deep dive this week is a Tuesday. Are we doing same time? Can we all agree on that? Should do a quick production meeting right here. Dan, are you fine? Oh, you're traveling. Never mind. I'm saying just between you and I, that works?
Yes.
Just between you and me.
Bigger
April wine.
Bigger production we need to work on is what are we going to do next Sunday? Because I think I'm going to be on a plane.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. We'll figure it out.
See you guys.